Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing a second galaxy stretching across the stars, growing bigger every year. That's not science fiction. It's our future. The Andromeda Galaxy is heading straight toward the Milky Way, and one day, billions of years from now, the two will collide in one of the most massive cosmic events imaginable. But what would actually happen? Would stars smash into each other? Would Earth survive? Or would this be the end of our galaxy as we know it? Today, we're traveling billions of years into the future to answer one mind-bending question. What if Andromeda collides with the Milky Way? Right now, the Andromeda Galaxy is about 2.5 million light-years away from us. It's the nearest large galaxy to the Milky Way, and it's moving toward us at around 110 kilometers per second. That might sound fast, but in cosmic terms, this is a slow-motion crash. Scientists estimate the collision will begin in about 4 to 5 billion years. By then, the night sky would look completely different. Andromeda would grow larger and brighter each year, eventually becoming a massive spiral shape stretching across the sky, far bigger than the moon. To anyone alive at that time, if life still exists, the view would be unforgettable. But here's the surprising part. Even though two galaxies are on a collision course, most stars won't actually collide. Why? Because space is unbelievably empty. Stars are separated by vast distances, so when galaxies merge, they mostly pass by each other like swarms of fireflies. Still, the gravitational chaos would be enormous. 4 billion years from now, the outer edges of the Milky Way and Andromeda will begin to interact. Their gravitational pull will stretch and distort both galaxies. Long streams of stars, called tidal tails, will be flung into space. Entire star systems will be dragged into new orbits. The sky would become a cosmic light show, bright clusters of stars forming everywhere, gas clouds colliding and igniting massive star formation explosions of newborn stars lighting up the darkness. This period would be incredibly violent, but also beautiful. As gas clouds crash together, they would trigger huge bursts of starbirth. Thousands of new stars could form at once. Ironically, galaxy collisions often create more stars than they destroy. But there's a darker side. Gravitational forces could fling some stars completely out of the galaxy, turning them into rogue stars drifting through intergalactic space forever. Where would our solar system be during all of this? By the time the galaxies collide, the Sun will be about 9 billion years old. It will likely be nearing the end of its life cycle, slowly expanding into a red giant. Earth, if it still exists, may already be uninhabitable due to the Sun's increasing heat. But let's imagine Earth somehow survives. Would we be in danger from the collision? Surprisingly, probably not. The chance of another star hitting our Sun is extremely small. However, our solar system could be pushed into a completely new orbit. We might move closer to the galactic center, farther into the outer halo, or even into intergalactic space. From Earth's perspective, the sky would look surreal. Multiple bright galactic cores, new star clusters forming, rivers of stars stretching across the sky. It would be one of the most spectacular sights in cosmic history. After several close passes over billions of years, the Milky Way and Andromeda will eventually merge into one massive galaxy. Scientists sometimes call this future galaxy Milkomeda. Instead of two spiral galaxies, the result will likely be a giant elliptical galaxy, a more rounded, less structured shape. At the center, the supermassive black holes from both galaxies will spiral toward each other. When they finally merge, they will release enormous gravitational waves, ripples in space-time traveling across the universe. The final galaxy will be larger, brighter, and filled with stars from both original galaxies. But the era of spiral galaxies for us will be over. Our cosmic home will be completely transformed. This collision isn't unique. Galaxy mergers happen all the time across the universe. They're actually a normal part of cosmic evolution. Most large galaxies we see today formed from multiple smaller galaxies merging together over billions of years. In a way, the Milky Way itself is already the result of ancient collisions. So this future event isn't the end. It's just the next step in our galaxy's story. And here's something even more mind-blowing. By the time the Milky Way and Andromeda fully merge, the expansion of the universe will have pushed most other galaxies beyond our view. The night sky in that far future might contain only one giant galaxy. the merged remnant of our two. Everything else will be too far away to see. So what if Andromeda collides with the Milky Way? It won't be an instant explosion, it won't destroy everything, and it won't happen anytime soon. Instead, it will be a slow, majestic transformation, a cosmic dance lasting billions of years. Stars will shift, galaxies will merge, and our place in the universe will change forever. The universe is constantly evolving. Even galaxies aren't permanent. One day, far in the future, our galaxy will become something entirely new, and the night sky will never be the same again. What do you think would be the most terrifying part of a galaxy collision? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to look up tonight. Because right now, Andromeda is already on its way in our night sky. So huge it could swallow Jupiter, and it might explode any time. This is Betelgeuse, the ticking giant of Orion. Betelgeuse is the bright red star on Orion's shoulder. It's a red supergiant nearing the end of its life. Located about 640 light-years from Earth, it's one of the largest stars we can see with the naked eye. If Betelgeuse replaced our Sun, its surface would stretch past Mars, possibly reaching Jupiter's orbit. That's how massive it is. Yet despite its size, it's unstable and dying. In 2019, Betelgeuse suddenly dimmed. Astronomers wondered, is this the beginning of the end? Turns out, it expelled a giant cloud of dust that temporarily blocked its light. But it reminded us of one thing. Betelgeuse is close to exploding. When Betelgeuse finally dies, it will explode as a supernova. For weeks, maybe months, it could shine brighter than the full moon and be visible even in daylight. And don't worry, it's far enough away to be safe for Earth. The explosion could happen tomorrow, or in 100,000 years. In cosmic time, that's basically any moment. So every time you look at Orion, you might be seeing a star on the edge of its final breath. One day, Betelgeuse will vanish and briefly become one of the brightest objects in Earth's sky. And when it does, humanity will witness a cosmic spectacle never seen before in modern history. Subscribe for more space stories hidden in the night sky. Space is vast and full of wonders beyond our wildest dreams. Betelgeuse is just one of many celestial phenomena that invites us to ponder our place in the universe. The constellations themselves are maps. Ancient civilizations read the stars to navigate oceans, tell time, and pass down myths. Look up and connect the dots. Maybe you'll find your own story in the night sky. Every night as Earth spins, the cosmos performs a never-ending dance above us. The stars appear to move across the sky, guiding travelers and dreamers alike through the ages. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is home to billions of stars like Betelgeuse. Each one, at a different stage in its life, contributes to the grand tapestry of our universe. Amidst the stars, nebulae swirl in clouds of gas and dust, sites for future generations of stars. They are the cosmic nurseries holding the secret to the universe's endless cycle of birth and rebirth. At the same time, dark shadows lurk within our galaxy, black holes, remnants of massive stars whose light has vanished forever, yet their influence endures. From the darkness of space, Earth is but a fragile blue dot. As we explore, we gain not only knowledge but also perspective, reminding us of the beauty and vulnerability of our own home. 66 million years ago, Earth was ruled by giants. Towering Tyrannosaurus Rex walked across vast plains. Herds of Triceratops roamed ancient forests. Flying reptiles filled the skies. For more than 160 million years, dinosaurs dominated this planet. They survived volcanic eruptions, climate shifts, and continental drift. It seemed like nothing could ever end their reign. But on one ordinary day, everything changed. This is the story of the last day of the dinosaurs. The late Cretaceous period was a thriving world. Warm temperatures covered most of the planet. Dense forests stretched across continents. Dinosaurs existed in incredible variety. Some were massive predators, others were peaceful plant eaters. Small mammals also lived in the shadows, tiny nocturnal creatures hiding from giants. Life was stable, balanced. No creature on Earth could imagine what was coming from space. The asteroid far beyond Earth, a massive asteroid drifted through the solar system. It was about 10 kilometers wide, roughly the size of Mount Everest. Traveling at over 20 kilometers per second, it was moving faster than a rifle bullet. For millions of years, it wandered through space until gravity pulled it toward Earth. There was no warning, no defense. Earth was directly in its path. As the asteroid entered Earth's atmosphere, the sky lit up brighter than the sun. Seconds later, impact. It struck near what is now the Chicxulub crater in Mexico. The explosion released energy equal to billions of nuclear bombs. Rock vaporized instantly. A crater over 180 kilometers wide formed in minutes. Shock waves circled the entire planet. Everything within thousands of kilometers was destroyed. Forests burst into flames. The ground shook like never before. This was the most destructive event in Earth's recent history. Within minutes, earthquakes triggered across continents. Mega tsunamis swept across oceans. Waves hundreds of meters high crashed onto land. Molten debris blasted into the sky, then fell back to Earth like fiery rain. The atmosphere heated dramatically. Wildfires spread across the planet. Many animals died within the first few hours, but the worst effects were yet to come. As the Chicxulub asteroid hit the Earth, dust, ash, and smoke rose high into the atmosphere. Sunlight was blocked. For months, possibly years, Earth was plunged into darkness. Without sunlight, plants died. Without plants, herbivores starved. Without herbivores, predators followed. Temperatures dropped, acid rain fell, ecosystems collapsed worldwide. This period is often called an impact winter. Large dinosaurs, unable to adapt quickly enough, began to disappear. The age of dinosaurs was ending. Not all life vanished. Small mammals survived by hiding underground. Some birds survived, the descendants of certain dinosaurs. Insects, reptiles, and plants slowly adapted. These survivors inherited a changed world. With dinosaurs gone, mammals began to evolve and spread. Over millions of years, they grew larger and more diverse. Eventually, one species would rise to dominate the planet. Today, we know about this event through fossils and rock layers. A thin layer of iridium, rare on Earth but common in asteroids, marks the moment of impact worldwide. The asteroid didn't just end the dinosaurs. It reshaped life on Earth forever. In a strange way, that catastrophic day made our existence possible. And even now, dinosaurs aren't truly gone. Birds are their living descendants. Every sparrow, eagle, and chicken is a reminder of a lost world. 66 million years ago, one asteroid changed everything. The age of dinosaurs ended in a single day, but their story still lives on in fossils, in science, and in the skies above us. Because somewhere in space, asteroids are still moving, and Earth is still in their path. New Horizons, the one-shot mission to Pluto. NASA sent a spacecraft to Pluto, and if one command failed, the entire mission was over. No do-overs, no live control. One shot. And what it found shocked scientists. For 85 years, Pluto was just a blurry dot. But in 2015, that changed forever. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see why Pluto may be one of the most important worlds we've ever visited. Pluto was discovered in 1930, tiny, cold, far away. Then, decades later, it lost its planet status, and most people stopped caring. But scientists didn't, because Pluto isn't alone. It lives beyond Neptune in the Kuiper Belt, a graveyard of ancient material left over from the birth of the solar system, and Pluto was our way in. There was just one problem: getting there. Pluto is nearly 6 billion kilometers from Earth. Sunlight is too weak for solar panels. Radio signals take 4.5 hours, one way. So NASA built New Horizons to do something extreme. They made it fast, the fastest spacecraft ever launched. So fast, it wouldn't have enough fuel to stop. This wasn't an orbit mission. It was a drive-by at 60,000 kilometers per hour. Miss something? Too bad. And here's the part most people don't realize. New Horizons would have to work completely alone. New Horizons launched in 2006. It passed the moon's orbit in 9 hours, Mars in weeks. Then it went quiet. For most of the next 9 years, it slept, hibernating as it drifted through deep space. Every command for Pluto was written years in advance. If something unexpected happened, no one could fix it. And Pluto is very unexpected. Which brings us to July 2015. On July 14th, New Horizons flew past Pluto. Mission Control couldn't watch it live. They couldn't steer, they couldn't intervene. For nearly a full day, the spacecraft executed its plan blindly. Then, silence. NASA waited hours just to hear a simple signal. I survived. When the data arrived, scientists were stunned. Pluto had mountains made of ice, as tall as Earth's Rockies. It had glaciers that flowed, an atmosphere layered with blue haze. And then there was this, a massive heart-shaped region on its surface. Not just beautiful, active. The heat inside Pluto hadn't died. Pluto wasn't a frozen fossil. It was alive. And New Horizons wasn't finished. After Pluto, New Horizons kept going. In 2019, it flew past Arakoth, the most distant object ever visited by a spacecraft, a time capsule from the very beginning of the solar system. And right now, New Horizons is still out there, over 50 times farther from the sun than Earth, still sending data, still exploring. Pluto taught us something powerful. If a world this small, this cold, this far away can be active, how many other worlds have we underestimated? New Horizons didn't just change Pluto. It changed how we look at the solar system. And beyond Pluto, beyond the Kuiper Belt, there's still so much we haven't seen. If you want more stories like this, subscribe, and I'll see you out there.